is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Welcome to another edition of Mornings on Main Street. It's good to see you this Tuesday, December 21st, 2021. And this day is special meaning to me because it's the day I get to really tee off on all the news people who call this the shortest day of the year, which in fact is incorrect. And right now you're thinking, but wait, today's the first day of the winter solstice. Yes, it is. And they'll tell you on TV that's the shortest day of the year, but it's not because, as I recall, every day is 24 hours. Every day is 24 hours. It's the shortest day of the year with daylight. So remember that. I do this rant on December 21st and June 21st because on June 21st, we always hear, and the worst that do this are TV meteorologists who should know better than this. June 21st is the longest day of the year with daylight. Today's the shortest day of the year with daylight. So I like to plant this little seed in people's head because it just annoys me when I hear this. And being annoyed is a whole lot worse than I think just being mad because it just picks at you all day long. So again, welcome in to December 21st, the first day of winter. Can you believe it's already here? So we got a fun show for you coming your way this morning. Lance Smith, he's the game day host for the Tennessee Titans. You know him. You see him when you go to the games. Of course, the Titans play Thursday night on national TV. It's a huge game. And we'll talk to Lance about if anything different because a national TV game, what he's got to go through and the job he does, which he does a fantastic job of doing that. I couldn't do it. A lot of pressure, a lot of eyeballs on him. And so I pass on that. All right, let's bring in the intern this morning from Parts Unknown. Man, where are you, buddy?
I'm skipping around, just trying to spread my wings kind of thing.
I like that. Well, what do you like? You wearing a San Diego Padres shirt? What do you got on over there?
It's a Chattanooga Max.
Oh, okay, nice. Did you spend some time down at Chattanooga?
Yes, I am what you would call repping at the moment.
Okay, let's hear some reps.
Okay, cool.
My name is Justin. I'm from Lebanon.
Yeah, well, Chattanooga has too many syllables in it, so I don't think people rap that.
Okay, just call it chat.
Exactly.
My name is Justin. I've been in chat.
That's where
I need
I'm
to get
at.
down here. It's where it's at. Okay, let me write that down now.
Please do. Wow,
where it's at.
Amazing.
You try to sue. If you try to steal that, if I hear it on Spotify, I will sue you. So get ready for that.
No,
okay,
for sure.
Are you having a good day, buddy?
I am, man. Yeah.
Do you tell your friends it's also the shortest day of the year?
Yeah, every day. Or not every day. That was stupid. But yeah, to make sure that they know
that today is not the shortest day of the year, or it is the shortest day. Because either way, if you say the other one, I'm gonna find you and I'm about to smack you.
Hasn't it been getting dark early though?
Brother, do you not listen to my rant? It's the shortest daylight of the year. Don't listen to those TV people. I don't know what we're talking about. I was one of them for many years. I still don't know what I'm talking about. It goes on there. All right. So you're excited for Lance Smith today because you're a big Titans fan.
Heck yeah, man. I would love seeing Lance. He always brings the energy, that's for sure.
He does bring energy. So before we start, we always do this, a listing of today's holiday. Oh, not today's holidays, but days of the year. See in the bottom, go to the right, the column, the first day of winter. So that's what we'll observe today. You've got a lot in here. You got don't make your bed day. You like French fried shrimp. This is a good day for you, Justin.
Yeah, I mean, two of my favorite things.
Yeah, crossword puzzles too. Don't forget about that. And I used to sit up at Waffle House up here off 231 and do the Waffle House crossword puzzles every day.
No, they actually used to, when I was in daycare, they would punish me by making me do word searches and crossword puzzles. because they knew I couldn't sit there and do it.
Oh, man. All right. So here we go. Oops. There's our cartoon we're going to do today, but we'll get that to you in just a second. That's become really popular, and I don't know why people like that. I'm not sure. All right. Your front page of today's Main Street Nashville, the e-edition that's coming out. Vivian Jones with 2 great stories on the front page. Just one over here. Ahead of the party vehicle vote that's tonight in the council, she talks to Mayor John Cooper, and it's pretty detailed here what John, I'm going to just kind of hit a part of this. John Cooper, the mayor, tells Vivian everybody with a tractor and a wagon shouldn't be driving to Nashville to do drunk rides in our downtown. That's like something I would have told Andrew Jackson in 1820. So you just don't come to town on your horse and do drunk rides in downtown. We have not that much space. We have to make sure that it is a live, work, play environment for all of us. The alcohol has been banned on open-air transportation, entertainment vehicles, including the famous party buses, barge. I mean, just read that, including Nashville's famous party buses, barges, and pedal taverns. So council members are set to hold a final vote tonight on a proposal by Councilmember Freddie O'Connell to allow patrons of party vehicle companies to consume beer on a bring-your-own basis while aboard. So stay tuned for that tonight. Nice story about Vivian with both of those that are happening. All right, and this is something, we go into the counties, around, see what's going on. This is really cool that I just found out about. Hendersonville Inline Hockey Complex, and that's their first tournament. It was last weekend. Tina Lee with a nice story. And look at this. Hendersonville's new inline hockey complex opened temporarily this past weekend for an adult tournament that drew 60 teams from 14 states and Canada. Intern, that's impressive. Could you build something like that?
No, I don't think so. Not without the proper crew,
I don't know. Well, if I gave you the plans and gave you a month, could you do it?
Yeah. 29 days.
I don't think you could. Again, great stories today. And this story is, I couldn't know if I was reading the Babylon Bee on this story or not, but North Korea bans laughing for 11 days. If they want to do that, just watch this show for an hour and they'd be fine. North Korean government has placed its citizens under 11-day laughing ban to honor the death of Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un's father, former Supreme, I'm not going to read that. Former leader, not Supreme Leader.
That guy's laughing in the picture, though.
He is. And he's doing the tomahawk chop for the Braves. He's a big Braves fan. They won the World Series there. So
it's not culturally appropriate anymore.
It's not. How dare they do that? All right. So let's go over Nashville Banner again. The front page of the headlines there. I love reading that stuff. There's also a story. Let me see today headlines. There was something happened on this day. And I wrote it down somewhere. And now, basketball. 1891, the first basketball game devised by James Naismith is believed to have been played at the International YMCA Training School in Springfield, Massachusetts. The final score of this game, 1-0. But that was exciting. Went in a 3-pointer there as well. All right, so let's go down one more. Oh, by the way, we usually have Miss Cheap on the show today. Miss Cheap is not with us today, but her article is. And if you get a chance, her article comes out every Tuesday in the edition of the Main Street Nashville. And so she's got Thrift Smart Sale will help you stretch your dollars even further. So always a great article. I love having Miss Cheap part of the show. I love having Miss Cheap part of the Main Street Media family. Everybody loves her. And so great articles today. One with the Thrift Smart Sale. She's all about saving us money. And so you can find out where it is and where it's going today. And really cool. Really cool. That. All right, intern, are you ready for what we do this morning? The comic strip tease?
Yes, let's bring it to the people.
Okay. This is the comic strip called Zits. This is our comic strip tease. And looks like they've gotten some moving going on. Now, playing the role, the girlfriend will be yours truly. Playing the role, which is really close to home, of the aloof, kind of lost 25-year-old college guy is the intern. Does that describe you pretty good, intern?
No, I don't know. I don't know who that guy is.
Again, all the cartoons in the paper, and people love reading this as well as I do. So it's right there for everything. Okay, all right. I'll read the girlfriend, and the intern is reading. We got to hurry up because remember I told the boss the show doesn't start till 17.
Right, he's logging in.
So yeah, we got to hurry up with this. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and thanks for letting us use your van, Jeremy.
Oh, what are we doing again?
Toy drive deliveries, remember?
Oh, yeah. How did I forget that?
Because it doesn't involve food. They'll end it by looking at she's holding the bear. He's got his tongue out.
You're walking.
So terrible, that segment. We got to get past it unless it gets sponsored. All right, good job, intern. You do well with that. All right. Again, fun show for today. Let's coming after the break, we'll talk to our good friend Lance Smith. The Titans need a big win. Nationally televised game on Thursday night. He is a game day host at Nissan Stadium for the Titans. Does a fantastic job, but there's so much that goes in to doing that. Plus, all eyes of the country for football on Thursday will be on Nashville. Lance Smith will join us next right here. You're watching Mornings on Main Street. All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. As we get you off and going on this Tuesday, December 21st, 2021. Let's waste no time bringing our good friend Lance Smith, who makes the show really, really better in so many ways. Lance, how are you, buddy?
Hey, buddy. How you doing, Joe? I'm riveting from the walk-in striptease read. That was awesome. You do a better walk-in than I do.
I tell people, if you want to be an impressionist, everybody has to be able to do a Christopher Walken. If you can't do it, that's not your road to go on.
You're not an impressionist. I've tried, and I sound like I have a cold, a very delayed, what are you doing here? And an old man. There's nothing.
That's a little Al Pacino put in there. I like that. It's well done. Well done. All right. So you're coming to town right now. You're out of state. You live in Florida. You're coming up this week, nationally televised game. And I talked to you on the text yesterday, just the whole process of doing a game, what you do for national televised, everybody's watching, nerves, anxiety, anything?
Used to, for me personally, yeah. And then just me as a fan, it's like I have different levels of nerves. Like I'm nervous for my own job. I'm nervous for our company, as an employee of the team. I'm nervous for us. And then as a fan, I'm just nervous. But of the three pillars of nervousness that I've described, I'm less nervous as a fan because the team has stepped up. Now, granted, we laid an egg in Pittsburgh, no doubt about it. Offense struggled, but I believe in Vrabel, believe in the team. I mean, beat the Rams on national TV, beat the Bills on national TV this season. So the team can handle it. But yeah, all eyes on us. And as a Nashvilleian, as a native of Middle Tennessee, it's like, I want us to shine. I love the bumpers to break. Of course, they hit every honky tonk on Broadway, which gotta love it. And
right.
Hey, apparently they're not going to be hitting any open air barges and buses, which is fine.
You're right. They're not doing that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, man, it's a big deal. And then it's everybody's, I will say in the organization, everybody behind the scenes, toeing the line, double checking everybody's work. I mean, we really try to, put a tight show together, because when the show comes to town, it's a meeting of the minds, and it's the network understanding what the team is doing, and then it's okay. Now you guys get out of the way. We got to put on a show, and it's amazing. I mean, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of new faces and crew that put this thing together, and it's something to behold. Really, I just stand out of the way and watch the guy with the glove mitts. I don't know. Do you know about the glove mitts?
I do. Yes, that's
Yeah.
Michael Kilbane. He's the timeout referee.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the oven mitts? Okay,
Yeah.
time out. We go.
That's it. All right. So Thursday, the game's at 7. What time does your day start on Thursday?
On Thursday, I show up. I'm supposed to be there at 1. I like to get there about 12, about noon, and start walking the parking lot. I talk with some fans that are tailgating. I like to pop in. It's great because now that I've been with the team for a while, the fans they know me. So when I roll up and there's hot wings, Daddy gets a plate. So yeah, I just cruise around and I get the lay of the land, and then we do our pre-show meetings, and then I have certain set things that I do, pre-tapes and interviews and just hanging out with fans.
What I've always been amazed at, what you do a great job of, because when you're on the interviewing or doing something and the feedback from the Jumbotron gets back to you, you never mess up, man. And that is a talent that I think few people recognize, because I would be like, what's going on? You hear the feedback, but you're used to it. You do such a good job. You make it look so easy. That's the problem.
I appreciate it, man. It's tough. I feel like I screw up sometimes. I overcompensate by just yelling. But my biggest thing is it's hard. It is very difficult to be on a mic. I used to be on the field and do it more, but it's very difficult to be on the mic and hear your own voice delayed coming back at you from 360 degrees in this stadium. And what you have to do, you have to speak in phrases. You have to know what you're saying, and your brain has to preload it, and then your mouth has to just shoot it out while your brain is preloading the next thing. Meanwhile, I've got an earpiece in for my producer in case he wants to say anything to me while I'm talking, and occasionally he does. And then I've got my other ear open to what my contestant or my interview is saying. It's a weird thing to sort of like speak in that element, because you're hearing yourself come back at you, and you just have to keep pushing through, because the minute you stop, you sound like this. So
that's great.
Go.
It's funny, a quick story. Vince Gill one time sang the national anthem at the Braves World Series in '95, and he lost his earpiece and couldn't hear, and he was following a guy in the front row. He was watching the guy in the front row, and he was mimicking him singing the national anthem. And Vince said, halfway through the national anthem, the guy takes a bite of a hot dog, and Vince had to pause for like a second and regather himself to carry on. Otherwise, he would have flown on national TV. So that always makes me laugh. When I hear your stories like that, it makes me laugh.
Red bombs bursting and relish with mustard.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, I could never do that stuff. Hey, I want to ask you about the when you did the Bills game on that Monday night when they won. I know you're a fan, and sometimes you have to bring that fandom in because you got a job to do. What was that like on the field after the game like that? Because that was probably a top 3 all-time game at Nissan Stadium.
Oh, most definitely. Those marquee wins are special, and it is not lost on me when I go down to the field to do it. If we win, I do a post-game interview with a player. We don't know who the player is going to be until, like, honestly, 30 seconds before they show up. And and it's really funny because my friends that I work with, we're taking bets like who's going to be Quesenberry, huh? We got Ben Jones in there. I don't know, but anyway, it's usually somebody that wants to talk. But those moments, as a fan, having done what we just did, I am, man, walking on that turf. It's hallowed ground for me. It is, and I'm there, and it's all I can do to not, to the opposing team,
Right.
or and I sometimes I'll say like to a coach or a player, like Taylor walks by, I'm like, great game, Taylor. And just speaking as a fan, and I shouldn't. I think there's like etiquette. I'm not supposed to do that, but I can't help it because it is that special, and you do feel it. And those night games, when you're on the field, I mean, you know how special the night lights are. Yeah. Even high school football. And that's the thing that high school football has over college and pros, is that always under the lights, and it's special. The lights bring out the special nature of what just happened, and you really just try to soak it in.
Do you have to balance what you do with what the national broadcasting crew is going to do? I mean, Fox comes to town for this. You work, or you just do your own thing and they work around you? How does that all come together?
Essentially, they are really working around us, but it's just because we are just working during the commercial break. So it's definitely they've handed it off to us and we go. Now, of course, they come back from break and you'll often see I've gone back to watch the playback of our games, and I'm a little overzealous on the mic sometimes, I won't lie. So I'll be watching whoever's doing the call. They're doing it's maybe after halftime and they're coming back, they're setting up the second half and they're in the booth, whoever's on broadcast doing play-by-play in color, and I'll hear me, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm ridiculous. But so we work around them, but they in turn also work around us. They know that we have a show to do and we do have a cutoff. I mean, there's a definite sort of like Lance shut up time. And if Lance goes over that time, Titans get fined and Lance gets a little shut your mouth next time, boy.
All right. So, hey, I want you to hold through. We're going to do a break real quick. Other side, yeah. I want you to come back with maybe your most embarrassing, funniest moment that you've had. Because, again, I think, I love having you on here because what you do on game day, I think maybe 10 people in the country could do that, and they don't realize what all goes into it. So we'll come back with you, your most embarrassing moment after this. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Dental coverage may be a small investment, but it has big benefits because dental coverage and preventive oral care leads to more than a healthier smile. It leads to a healthier life overall. Delta Dental makes it easy to get the care you need. With the nation's largest network, you're more likely to find or keep a dentist you love. And with comprehensive coverage and additional discounts, you'll have benefits you love too. Make a lasting investment in your oral and overall health with coverage from Delta Dental. Visit deltadentaltn.com to learn more.
Hey, Toby. Toby knows comfort, whether day or night. Through the highs and the lows, Toby knows. You've put it off long enough. That old system is just out with the old, in with the new. We'll make it worthwhile all the way through. Derryberry is your local independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. Visit DerryberryAC.com today and schedule a visit. Derryberry Heat and Air, making customers for life.
All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. We're joined by Lance Smith. We held him over for the break at his, to get more information about what the great job he does on. I've got like 1,000 questions for you running through my mind for Thursday. All right, the one moment where you just look back at the time you might have been embarrassed, but now you just laugh.
Honestly, I mean, I've been in this business for over 20 years, so you got to laugh right away. Because if you hold on to anything, I mean, if you hold on to anything and you sleep on it or, it keeps you up at night, it's like, let it go. Because, it's gone. It's done. And you've got plenty more to screw up in the future. I don't know. I've had a few embarrassing moments. I don't know which one is sort of tops. There was one time we had a game to play with two contestants, and we were in the south end zone. And just so happens, I used to be on the field more during the game, but with COVID, they want as many people off the field as they can. But so I was on the field, and the action was actually happening in the south end zone. In fact, it was a goal line stand by the Titans. Now, whether I'm in the 300s as a fan or I'm on the field working, like I feel like my voice, me yelling, is going to affect the game. I mean, that's my belief, and I think everybody should think that way. And I'm screaming and I'm yelling, trying to get, get them the false start or whatever. Anyway, goal line stand. We stop Fourth goal, nothing. They turn the ball over. We win this series, but I've been losing my mind. And then the next thing I hear was from Duke, our old PA announcer. Was, all right, Lance has got a couple of contestants out. Lance, who do you have? And I'm done. And all my professional, we've got Michael and Sarah here who want to shut it. Anyway, I set it up, and then the very first question that's up, I'm like, so who do you think it is? And I just blurt out the answer. Luckily, the game wasn't a game. It was all a ruse they were plants, and they were getting special tickets. So the game did not matter. But if it did, I would have. It was that, and then one time, and this is you'll appreciate this. It takes a team of people to do what we do, and there's this process. There's audio engineers and camera guys and PAs. Everybody's got to check everybody's work for things to get down the line. Anyway, I'm supposed to do a hit. And I don't carry the mic with me the whole time. There's an audio engineer that carries, and an A2. They carry just to make sure there's always battery power. There's this redundancy of oversight, and the redundancy slipped up on itself because I stand. And this is year 2, year 3. I wasn't sort of in my mindset of as a producer of like, hey, let's get on, and I'm just assuming everybody's just gonna give me what I need. And they throw it down to me, and I don't have a microphone, and the camera's right there, and T-Rack's behind me. T-Rack's doing a little soft shoe because he realizes like I've got nothing, and so he and I are just high-fiving. I'm like, yeah, go Titans, but I've got no mic, and I'm just and Duke's going, Lance, what do you got?
Oh no!
And so I'm just cheering, and that was embarrassing. But I think for me, professionally, we do these breakdowns of plays that are happening around the league in real time. We're getting them real fast, and the producer's putting them together. I've got like 3 plays, and I can't really watch the clip closely. I'm just sort of glancing at it. Okay, let's go. And they throw it to me, and then I'm going to do these 3 Sports Center style plays. And Michael Ho'omanawanui was a tight end for the Saints at the time, and he caught a pass and was screaming down the field, and I was excited because of his name. And when you do broadcasting, as you get something fun to do,
right?
And he's Hawaiian, and I lived in Hawaii for a couple of years, so I appreciated the Hawaiian alphabet. It's like 16 letters only or something, and never a consonant next to each other, a bunch of vowels. And I tried to pronounce it. I didn't know him right away. I was like, and I had figured it out that it was Humanawanui. Now we had this Marcus Mariota is our quarterback. We have a large contingent of like Hawaiian fans in the stadium, and this whole play as he streaks down the sideline, I'm going Humanawanui, like I'm going Manamana. And I felt terrible. And it's like, as awful as that sounds, that Ho'omanawanui and Humanawanui, is a white guy just butchering a Hawaiian name. Right. And when I found out in the end, I felt awful because that's just like culturally insensitive, because I'm going Humanawanui, and it's
because it's wrong. You're right. You feel bad because it's wrong. I mean, at the end of the day, we lied, but it was wrong. And I the same thing when I was in sports. You messed the name up. His name is this, and you feel awful because I don't know my last name.
Yeah, it matters. It matters, and you appreciate that, Joe. And it's just like it's a little thing, and so it's like I've done other things that I guess were visually more embarrassing to me. I mean, I've miscalled some of those plays because I got the wrong information. I'm not throwing anybody in the bus. That's just the process of a team of people coming together. Sometimes things slip. It just happens. But that Ho'omanawanui versus Humanawanui, because I was really pushing the Humanawanui like he's a Muppet running down the sideline. And it's like, no one never said anything to me, but I felt bad and was embarrassed.
Well, good. I like that. All right. Last question. And I'll preface it by giving you a story. I want to know if you've ever run into anybody or been knocked down. And I asked this because I had to cover a Alabama-Tennessee game in 1997. And Tennessee won the game, and I went and was going to try to get Peyton Manning interview. We were running to get him, and a guy walked in front of me, and I launched this guy 10 yards, and it was the governor of Tennessee, and I launched him. He was on the field, shouldn't have been down there, and I hit him, and he went flying, and I felt awful. And it was Don Sundquist, by the way, who I hit.
Yeah, I was going to say it was Sundquist, wasn't it?
Yeah, you see his glasses fly everywhere, and I just stood there like, man, I just nailed the governor of Tennessee. And I had to leave. And so I had to run off, and luckily I didn't get arrested. Have you had any moments like that?
Man, I've never physically like trucked into anybody. But that's impressive. The governor.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I don't think physically I really try to kind of watch my space because I always feel like I'm in the wrong place. Like I don't deserve to be wherever it is I'm standing. I don't care if I'm in the mall. I'm like, oh, it's Victoria's Secret. Sorry, I gotta go. Yeah, so I don't know that I've hit anybody necessarily. I've I've gone into the wrong locker room to use the bathroom and realized like, oh, this is an active locker room, and I'm not an active
I'm just the
player.
kicker.
Sorry.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, no, that's about it. I think that's about
Oh
it. Yeah.
man,
That's
good
funny.
times.
It wasn't Ned McWhorter, he had some girth to him, right?
Well, but I hit Don Sundquist. is who
You
I
hit Sundquist. That's what I'm saying. Like at least you didn't knock down him. Yeah,
I just
Sundquist.
remember Lance hitting him, and he went flying, and his glasses went off, and everybody kind of stopped. And I said, "I'm sorry," and ran the other way because we had to get Peyton going off the field. That was a big
Yeah.
thing in '97, and
So,
but the
You
governor
went off
shouldn't
and he
have
was still down.
Yeah. Yeah, and when I thought I was going to get chased by security, nobody came after me, and I guess the governor probably shouldn't be in the middle of the 50-yard line after the
Yes,
game
That's
in
football.
Alabama.
That's football, sir.
Shouldn't have
Yeah.
happened. Safe travels to Nashville. Again, I love what you do. You do such a fantastic job with everything, and hopefully we'll have you back on when the Titans have a home playoff game in January.
Yes, sir, Joe. That's what I want to hear. Because I mean, man, look, I know that the Pittsburgh game was not what we wanted, but this team is solid. I believe in Vrabel, and got to get Henry back.
That's it. Got to
Yeah.
do it. And AJ Brown, hopefully on Thursday night too as well.
Yes, sir. Good to see you, Joe.
Lance, have a great day. Thank you as always. Lance Smith, the game day host of the Tennessee Titans at Nissan Stadium. Again, when you go to the game, you'll see him. You'll appreciate what he does and everything that goes on because it's not easy to do that in front of 70,000 people who are watching your every move. Hey, later in the show, coming up around 7:40, we've got a really cool story for you. This lady in Murfreesboro started a Facebook group to help out single moms who just kind of needed advice, maybe needed help around the house or just things that are going on to make their lives better. And it has gone off famously. And so Heather Shepard's going to join us at 7:40. And I really want you guys to see and understand and be part of this segment because her impact, what she's doing by simple act of starting a Facebook group has helped hundreds of single moms in Middle Tennessee. We'll talk to Heather when we come back at 7:40. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Every year, it costs Tennessee more than $15 million to clean up roadside litter. It's time to keep your trash to yourself and our roadways clear because nobody trashes Tennessee.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good.
I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor. I thought I could hold my liquor.
Is your roof in need of repairs? Maybe it's time for a full roof replacement. If so, choose Middle Tennessee's #1 rated roofer. Tim Leeper Roofing has provided the Nashville area with outstanding residential and commercial services for nearly 2 decades. And with hundreds of 5-star reviews, Tim Leeper Roofing has satisfied thousands of homeowners. To schedule a free and honest estimate, find us online at timleeperroofing.com.
All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Every week we do our Pet of the Week, and we love doing that and finding these beautiful puppy dogs, great and forever homes. But there's a special thing going on at Metro Animal Care Control. It's our story we did last week, how they're having not so much adoptions, but they want to have a silent night at the shelter over the Christmas holidays. And that means they want the dogs to be fostered and to have a home for a few nights. And, a foster program does wonderful work for all the shelters and rescues around Middle Tennessee. So they want to have that this weekend. So the shelters are silent. That's where the silent night comes in. And hopefully that a couple of the puppy dogs or cats will get adopted. And it's kind of a really cool thing they got going on. So here's a story from last week. Here's Sarah Spadavecchia from Metro Animal Care Control explaining Silent Night and how we all can be a part of this to help out the shelter. Here you go.
Yeah, so our Silent Night here at Metro Animal Care and Control is about being quiet over the holidays. So we are hoping for our shelter to be nice and quiet and all the animals out for either adoption or for foster while the holidays are going on. Not only is this going to help the animal be in a friendly, fun, festive home, but then also it helps our staff as well not have to be here for too terribly long over the holidays.
It's got to be said walking through here during Christmas, especially on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and seeing these beautiful animals in their cages. It would break my heart.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough all year round, but especially over the holidays. We know how that goes, and, we just all want to be in a home. We want to snuggle our pets, cozy by the fire, eat all the food, and we want these things for the same dogs and cats we have here. And so it would just be great if we can get more fosters and more adopters, absolutely, to come in and grab these pets.
Have you guys done this in the past?
Yes, we have. Every year we try to have it. It's a huge success. Nashville always shows up for us, and we even get some people from out of county too coming to adopt as well.
How the process of doing adopting and fostering, how easy is that process that you guys make it?
Oh, it's super easy. So you can go ahead and email us at foster.mac@nashville.gov, and you just say, hey, I'm interested in being a foster. Our foster coordinator will reach out to you and give you all the information, and we'll get you hooked up with somebody.
And then the process coming in, and then do you pick out an animal before? Do you show them an animal? How does that work?
It's kind of all of the above. So we have some fosters that come in and they are interested in a specific animal, and we'll give them information. And if it's a good fit, great. We have some other fosters that come in and they're just like, hey, this is kind of what my household looks like. This is what I'm open to. And we find a perfect match for them. What's it like when on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, when there are, let's talk the positive of this, when a lot of those cages are empty? It is truly, as cheesy as it sounds, the best feeling. It's just great to know that they're not here, when it is the holidays. Obviously, our staff is not here for as long as a normal work day. So, those animals spend a lot of time alone and they're not seeing as many people. So when they're not here, we know they're at home, they're being played with and snuggled, and it's really the best feeling, best Christmas gift we can get for sure. Fantastic. And then also the hope is that after they spend some time being fostered, is that people are like, you know what? We like this and we're going to keep it. Yeah, sometimes we have had, myself included, definitely foster fails is what we call them. So people who foster end up falling in love and adopting the pet themselves. We always encourage that. That's amazing. And we have tons of people who are just purely fosters, and they do such a great job with these pets. What they're mainly doing is setting these animals up for success for their new home that is coming. So a lot of times these fosters, just by giving them a home environment, allows that dog or cat to de-stress, to kind of show their best selves, and to kind of see those little quirks and goofy personality traits that they have that we can share with the potential new family. Is there a place people can go online to look at the animals they'd like to foster or adopt before the event? Absolutely. So if you are interested in fostering or adopting, all our animals that are available are on our website, and you can also go to petharbor.com and you can view them there as well. Perfect. Let's clear the shelter, right? Yes, clear the shelter. Silent night. Silent night for sure. All right. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. See, there we go. It was great to see Sarah this past weekend at Santa Paul's Adopt-a-thon. And again, for information there on the screen to go ahead and foster an animal. Just take a chance on one for a little bit, and it might just amaze your life in so many different ways. All right, we'll take a break. On the other side, really looking forward to this segment about a Facebook group created by a wonderful woman to help single moms in Rutherford County. And it's taken off in so many great ways. It's what social media should be used for and is used for, and all the time, despite what the media tells you how negative things are, it's not. And this is prime example. We come back.
You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Makes as much sense as driving drunk. Come back. Oh, hold on. The band. Yeah, well done. We give him a pass today. It's near Christmas. All right, Kay. I came across a story. A good friend of mine told me about this Facebook group that had been created to help single moms in Rutherford County, and I had to look into it. And I looked into it. Just an amazing thing that's happened because of this. Let's bring in who created this Facebook page, Heather Shepard. Heather, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you for doing this. I again, amazed at your Facebook group. Tell me why you started Love Her Well Facebook group.
I started the group. I was raised by a single mom, and then about 3 years ago, I found myself being a single mom. And one of the things that is a struggle is just finding those resources to meet the needs that you have in the moment. There are places out there that have events or have things that single moms can go and get, but it's those urgent needs that that you need met. And so the group is a little different in that the single mom can bring her need to the group, and then the community can support it.
Perhaps, Heather, this hit me differently because I was raised by a single mom, and there were times when the air conditioning went out and we didn't know what to do and who to trust to come help us out. And the fact that I scroll through your page and see that it's the same thing that people are asking for it. It's not so much, hey, help me with this. It's like maybe advice or maybe a positive message that they're sending out there. And seeing this, I was without words, Heather. And was that the kind of impact you wanted to get for everybody to come together and just raise people up?
Yes, for sure. For sure. We've done things from just moving a mattress out of someone's house that had been sitting there for a while because she just didn't have any way of moving it. And all she needed was for it to be moved to the dump in the same neighborhood that she lived in, to paying, electric bills, water bills, helping moms with rent, childcare. There's so many things that just pop up that moms just need help with.
And that's, here's an example you've got, remember they need dental work. It's just all kind of things. And I guess, Heather, sometimes when you see all these, it kind of, on the outset, I got to think it breaks your heart because you read all these. There's a lot of people going through some rough stuff right now.
Yes, it does. But it also gives so much hope that there is a community that will come behind and support these moms. One time we had within 18 minutes, we had someone's electric bill paid. And it's amazing what you can do when a lot of people donate just a little bit of funds or a little bit of time, how many needs you can meet.
There might be somebody, Heather, watching the day, a single mom that needs this. What's the process of getting on the page and getting in contact with you and getting their need out there? Because, sometimes, and you know this, Heather, some people are really embarrassed and won't ask for help. And
Right.
that's the worst thing. So what's the process they need to go through from like A to Z?
Yeah. Well, and I'm glad you brought that up because I find most moms that reach out, their first things will say is, I hate to even ask, or I don't want to be a burden, or, I feel so bad. Someone else might need it more than me. And so there's always a hesitance there. And the thing about the group is that you can remain anonymous. So just join the page, and then you can either post yourself or you can contact me and I will post on your behalf. All funds that are given are paid directly to electric companies or water companies or to the rent. So we do not give cash straight to the mothers. But so far, every need that's been posted has been met.
That is truly, I'm supposed to be speaking right now, but I've really got no words for that because that's beautiful in so many ways. And I mean, you got people on here, Heather, that you've probably never met before who are logged on, signed up, and helping people out. I mean, to me, that's the beauty of social media and what a Facebook page and group can do.
Yes, yes. And I find too that it's not even about, it is obviously about meeting the needs and meeting just whatever the mom needs, but it's also giving them hope and giving them just a little bit of encouragement that they're doing a good job and they're doing the best they can. And a lot of times that's all that the kids need.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And here's the thing. Let's talk about you for a second. I mean, you've probably got a full-time job and you're raising kids. I mean, you got life that's coming at you every which way. And yet you took time to create this, help other people out. So I think you're an angel, Heather, for what you've done.
Oh, well, thank you. I have wonderful kids and they like to help as well. So it's been a good experience for our family.
Well, that's a credit to you for all that's doing that. And you talk about, people posting on there and, having the light bill paid and everything else. Right. And there's some people that that I saw a post of like, hey, I just need some prayers right now. And, right. And so all of that is encompassing. So when you see somebody just needs prayer and people praying for them, to me, that would be a wonderful feeling to see something you've created and yet people come together to pray for each other.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, the encouragement that I've seen between the moms too has been amazing because, there might be one mom that's already walked that journey and she already knows where those resources are. And so she knows the path that the other mom needs to be on. And so sometimes it's just pointing them in the right direction. We've had one mom that didn't know how to apply for assistance. And so another mom just met her and helped her with that process. So yeah, it's been great just seeing how the community just helps each other.
I like this. You started November 4th. You posted November 4th. The group has grown so fast for the past few days. And you described pretty well what people need and kind of the focus of this Facebook group in here. And I got to think, Heather, people have reached out to you from not only Rutherford County, but from around Tennessee, maybe around the country.
Yeah, we've had some people outside of Rutherford County. Right now, we're such a small group that I try to stay within the county.
Well, I'm saying as far as wanting to help.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, reaching in and wanting to help on this.
For sure.
Yeah, I go down and see. Now, let me ask you this. I see to the right side about single dads helping out. Is that a small part of this as well?
There's obviously not, I don't think as many single dads, but if you're a single parent, we're going to help regardless.
And I've just seen, again, I just went reading this other night and just seeing everything goes on there. All right. So the process is if they want to help out or people need help, just send an invite to the group. And I love the fact, Heather, that you truly vet everybody that comes through just to make sure that people are genuine. And it's tough to do that when you've got a big heart like yourself, isn't it?
It is, but I don't know if I vet everyone, but I think that we have some pretty strong boundaries in place that help that out. Like I said, all the money goes directly to electric companies, water companies, rent. If there is a need, it's items that are delivered or food that is delivered. We have done some gift cards, but we don't cash out people. We don't send money that way.
Good,
So
good. Donations for clothes. When somebody posts a donation that they need clothes, they still go through you if they want to donate clothes, or how would that work?
yes. So recently I have redone my shed in the backyard, and it's going to become a clothes closet. So right now, I'm just looking for clean, non-ripped clothing items that kids to teenagers would like. Single moms also. Sometimes we have, bigger kids, and so it's okay for adult sizes as well. I've had some people ask, can I donate adult size clothes? Of course, we have high schoolers that need those sizes. So yes, we just ask that they're clean and that they're not stained and that there's no rips in them.
Perfect. That is not a lot to ask there. Heather, I know you're busy. Thank you. I'll continue promoting your mission and what you're doing. And again, a lot of us have been in these same shoes, raised by a single mom or single dad, and know the struggles. So you're an angel. Thank you for this. And
Thank you for having me.
We'll keep getting the word out, Heather. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Heather Shepard, the Facebook page is Love Her Well down in Rutherford County. And the clothes, if you got anything to want to help out, reach out to her on Facebook. And you'll see the posts of the people that need help and for what they're doing there. It's truly remarkable. It's one of the best things I've ever read on Facebook, to go down and see so many people helping each other out. That's truly what it's all about. So, Heather, God bless you and thank you. All right, we'll come back with America's favorite game. That's next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Talking Trash, the show that's going to end littering. Brought to you by Nobody Trashes Tennessee. How was that? That fast part, the end felt rushed. I'm going to do it one more time, Claire. Talking Trash, the show that's going to end littering. Brought to you by Nobody Trashes Tennessee. Ooh, how was that? Claire, that sound about right? It felt good to me. She feels me. Nobody trashes Tennessee on my watch.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour. It was just a few cocktails at happy hour.
Really good try.
There aren't any cops around.
I didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? Tell me your name, sir. Where you are right now? Now.
Freddie Jackson today with us. Oh, yeah, man. Remember he sing that song, "You Are My Lady, My Love, You're Everything I Need." All right, intern, welcome in, buddy.
Hey, how's it going?
Again, thank you to Heather Shepard. Love Her Well. is the Facebook page if you guys want to reach out and help out there. So, Heather, God bless you for what you're doing. Did I say it wrong?
What's that?
Love her well, correct? Isn't that the
Yeah, that is correct.
I don't know why I'm looking off to the right. Nobody's over there. We're going to look off to the left. Nobody's over there either.
Yeah, don't.
All right, time for celebrity birthdays with the intern who got smoked yesterday by Jason Gooseby. So,
And I've been getting smoked a lot lately.
yeah, I know. You needed that C on your chest stands for correct. So I got a good feeling about you today. All right, man. First up is actress Jane Fonda. How old's Jane Fonda?
58.
She's 84.
Okay, so let's just
You don't read
clear that
much
one out.
outside the show, do you?
That was like a preseason.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You have to get this one.
Right.
Chattanooga native. You're wearing a Chattanooga shirt.
Oh, no.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, yeah, he is from chat. I'll say he's probably 66.
73.
Oh, man. He's looked the same age for about 15 years.
He
though.
has. Can you recreate his scene from Pulp Fiction without getting fired? No, you can't. No, you cannot.
I mean, yeah, right.
All right. Comedian Ray Romano, who, by the way, doesn't make me laugh.
You don't like him? I think he's hilarious. He was great in the Ice Age as the Mammoth. I'm just kidding. That's what he's famous for, I'm pretty sure.
TV show.
I'm going to say he's 64 today.
64 exactly. Well done. Well done. The title of his new show is Everybody Loves Ray Except Joe.
Yeah.
Okay. Actor Kiefer Sutherland, who I ran into downtown about 5 or 6 years ago, had no idea it was him because he was amazingly short and skinny.
Great name. Let's say 71.
55.
My next thing was going to be in the 50s.
Don't ask. Don't care.
Right. Well, just,
No, don't really care.
letting you know my process here.
Nope, don't care. Let's see who else going down here. A lot of people. Okay, Malcolm in the Middle mom, actor Jane Kaczmarek. His mom of Malcolm in the Middle.
62.
66. Country singer Leroy Parnell, who is one of the most underrated musicians of all time. Fantastic guitar player.
Any songs I would know?
On the Road.
Oh, right. Classic. Let's do 48.
He is 65.
Staying in the 60s today. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there is a rhyme and reason to what we do. Actor, comedian, he was on the show Talk Radio, Andy Dick.
He's like 68.
He is 56.
Is he really?
Nashville native, lives down the road. Brad Warren of the Warren Brothers. They've written 1 billion songs. You've gotten one right in 2 days.
That spot on one, though, I think it kind of holds me over for a couple days, I'm going to say this guy that we're talking about now is 72.
52. 2 more to finish it up. Talk show host Phil Donahue. How old is Phil Donahue today?
61.
86.
Lightning round. Let's do it.
Tennis pro Chris Evert.
42.
She is 67.
Damn.
And let's watch the language on the show if you
Sorry
don't mind.
about that, sir. Sorry about that.
If you don't mind with that. Actor Stephen Yeun from The Walking Dead.
Is he the main guy?
He is not the main guy.
54.
He is 38. God, man,
I'm doing horrible.
But you know what? I like the fact that I can tell I got spies on you that you don't cheat, which I like that, okay?
Hey, okay. Well,
You
thank
got
you.
one today. How old Samuel L. Jackson again?
66, was it?
73. Good Lord, man.
Go
These
Mox.
kids. Okay. All right. You got it. Intern, thanks, brother. All right. Many thanks to the show today to Lance Smith for joining us for Titans Game Day host. Titans take on the 49ers Thursday, and Heather Shepard from the Love Her Well Facebook group, which aims to help single moms in Rutherford County and is doing a fantastic job. God bless you, Heather. All right. That'll wrap up the show for today. Remember, we leave you with this as always. Be nice to people. Let people in traffic. Open doors. Smile. Nobody cares about your CrossFit workout unless you're doing it for charity. And as always, remember this, nobody ever went broke by giving. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.